Afternoon, and thank you for tuning in to the Central YouTube channel as we continue our series talking to some of our outstanding student athletes that we have here at Central High School. A little bit of a down week for the Central YouTube channel as we're kind of right before the big push to the end of the season and the playoffs for basketball, boys and girls basketball. And so no hockey games tonight, so I thought good chance to catch up with some of our student athletes. And this is an interview I've been waiting for I think Arlo, we started trying to set this up in September, and our schedules just do not match up very well. But I am joined by Arlo Wilker, senior here at Central High School, who has a lot of different things going on, and we're going to talk about all those different things. But Arlo, thank you for joining us on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
So first thing I want to talk about is soccer. I know soccer was a long time ago. Well, relatively speaking, it was in the fall. You guys had a pretty successful season, had just a heartbreaking ending. I was not able to go to that game. I was in Pine Ridge, but I was getting updates on that game. Heartbreaking ending. Obviously, that has leaves a bitter taste in your mouth. But looking back now, a couple months removed from the soccer season, what's your overall take on how your senior year went?
It was pretty good. I've had the pleasure of being on some of the best Central soccer teams that we've had in the past. We went undefeated last season, my junior year, and won conference. My sophomore year, we won the program's first ever trophy when we won regionals. And so looking back, this season was disappointing, but when I think about it, we still got second in conference. It was a winning season, and we got unlucky in the end. We went to overtime and lost in a penalty shootout against one of the conference's best goalies, which you could see in the shootout, and it was unlucky, but I'm still pretty satisfied with the season.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. It's not just focusing on that last game. It's about the entire collection of work. And as you said, you guys were very successful. Your class in particular has kind of changed the culture of Central soccer, and hopefully that's something that perseveres even after you guys are gone. And I just think it was a lot of fun to watch you guys, and certainly miss seeing you guys out on the pitch. Let's talk a little bit about what you're doing this winter. You are working with the Adaptive Sports League. Of course, we had an opportunity to broadcast the Adaptive Sports soccer game earlier this year. What sport is Adaptive Sports League in right now, and what is your role with that program?
Right now, we're playing floor hockey, and I'm among 3 of the student coaches. So we attend practices on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we go to games. So in games, we either ref or we sit on the bench and motivate the students. And I think it's really helpful at least it's nice for me. I get to meet my classmates who I otherwise wouldn't interact with. And I think it's a good motivator, and it positively reinforces them when they get to interact with classmates or see other people they see around the school and really get to talk about their sport and be recognized for it.
And those Adaptive Sports League games are fun to watch. I'll tell you, my favorite broadcast of the year so far. Now, Arlo, I loved watching you guys play soccer, but my favorite broadcast of the year so far was that soccer game that happened at Sutton in the Sutton Gym with that Adaptive Sports League, and I'm hoping we get a chance to cover that team again. Arlo, you got to set up some type of floor hockey exhibition that we can do in Sutton Gym where I can set up my stuff, and I'm going to put you on that case. Figure out something where we can come and cover this winter sports. You got it?
Yeah, we'll have playoff games, so if you want to come to those, I'll let you know.
Perfect. I'm very excited about that. Arlo, you also are a very good student. In fact, you're one of the National Merit Scholarship semifinalists. Tell us a little bit about that. What did you have to do to be considered for that? How elite is it to be a semifinalist? Give us a little background information on the National Merit Scholarship competition.
Yeah, it's a pretty straightforward thing to be considered for. I think it's the beginning of your junior year, you take the PSAT, and that's the only thing that qualifies you for it. The organization will look across all 50 states and find all the scores, and the top 1% of scores in each state become semifinalists.
Wow. So then once you find out you're a semifinalist, what's the next steps to become a finalist?
Yeah, so this fall, all the semifinalists were notified, and then that's where more of like the holistic application comes in. You have to submit an essay, your extracurriculars, your grades. I think the 2 letters of recommendation, and then your principal as well add some information or their impression of you as a student.
And so after you get all that stuff done, when do you find out the final decision?
I think a week from yesterday, I'll be able to know. So soon.
Okay. So you excited, nervous, a little bit
Yeah.
everything?
I'm excited.
Yeah, good for you. Well, congratulations. As you said, 1% of the population just being named a semifinalist is quite an accomplishment. We had an opportunity to talk to Johnny Lever, who also was a National Merit semifinalist, scholarship semifinalist. And so you are the 2 in the school district of La Crosse that we have, and we don't usually even have 2. So it's very, very distinct honor. And so congratulations on that. On top of all of your athletic success, congratulations on getting the work done in the classroom as well. We certainly here at Central High School are very proud of you for that. Arlo, what do you do in the spring?
I'm gonna continue coaching the ASL team. They'll be in their wiffle ball season this spring, which is a pretty fun one. Hopefully we can get an exhibition going with the boys baseball team. That'd be great. And then I'll play club soccer for a team out in Winona, and I'm hoping I can dabble in a little bit of golf because we get free golf if you're on the team. So.
Oh, good for you. That's a good idea. Yeah, take advantage of that.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned possibly getting an exhibition going. Make sure you invite me to that. I would love to cover that as well. We'll be covering a lot of the boys' baseball games, so that would be a cool event for us to cover. Arlo, you have a really, really bright future. Your time here at Central is almost done. What does the future look like for you? Do you have any idea where you're going next and what your next steps are?
Yeah, I applied to, I think, 5 colleges. Most of them I won't hear from until the end of March, but I'll most likely go to UW-Madison in the fall, take advantage of our great in-state school and in-state price.
Yeah, absolutely. I know all about that right now, having a senior myself. Do you know any direction that you're leaning towards, what you want to go into?
Yeah, I really like math, and so I'll hopefully find a good place to apply that, maybe in engineering or something like that. But I've got a lot to figure out still.
And you got a lot of time to figure that out. So take it one step at a time and enjoy the process as you go. Arlo, thank you for finally getting set up here to interview with us. I've been wanting to talk to you literally since September, and we've tried and tried, and we finally found a time that works for both of us. You getting an 8-hour study hall was key.
Yeah.
For second semester. So thank you for doing that. I appreciate you joining us on the Central YouTube channel.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And fans, remember that we are live Thursday night from Holman High School for the boys basketball game as they continue to try to stay one game off of the conference lead, stay one game behind Onalaska as they have a big matchup with Onalaska at the end of the month. Coach Ferger doesn't want to talk about that right now, but that is coming up, and hopefully Central can make that game really, really important at the end of the season. Then we are also live Friday here at Central High School against Holman High School. That's girls basketball. And then the boys are back in action Saturday against Medford. So a busy end of the week. Downtime right now. That's why we're getting to talk to great students like Arlo and hear all about all the great things happening here at Central High School. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a good afternoon.